Are you disgusted by the fact that you're not pursuing your goals? Or are you just complacent? Are you comfortable with staying where you're at? Because if you are, you can leave now. This video is not for you. But if you got dreams that you want to get the fuck after, tap in. I'm gonna have to put you on game. Dopamine. A lot of people think that dopamine is the chemical for reward. They think that, once you do something, you get dopamine because of it. You play video games, you get dopamine. You smoke, you get dopamine. You work out, you get dopamine. That's actually not the case. The case is dopamine actually isn't the effect. It's the cause. Dopamine is responsible for motivation. It's responsible for wanting to get something, wanting to get after it, wanting to get a desire, a craving. If you've been smoking weed for, honestly, it doesn't matter how long. If you've consistently been smoking weed for like longer than 2 months, then your dopamine levels, they're down here. I promise you they are. If you've been killing your desire with masturbation like I was for almost 10 years, your dopamine levels is down here. If you're consistently playing video games, spending like hours at a time, your dopamine levels are down here. Last year, I was doing all 3 of these all day. And I was more depressed than I'd ever been. I was sadder than I'd ever been. I was less motivated than I'd ever been. I didn't give a fuck about anything. I literally gave no fucks. I didn't care about anything. Like, I literally barely cared about myself, honestly. Like, if I knew that life wasn't worth living, I might have been suicidal. Like, legitimately. I was so depressed. I was so down bad because my dopamine levels were fucked. Dopamine doesn't have a filter. Dopamine doesn't care where it's coming from. The source of it is irrelevant. Dopamine is just dopamine. There's no certain categories for cheap dopamine, earned dopamine, good dopamine, bad. It's just all dopamine. That's how your brain registers it. It's all dopamine. If you're consistently shooting yourself with these bad habits, this bad dopamine, this cheap dopamine, like getting high, drinking, playing video games, porn, masturbating, whatever, overeating, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's cheap dopamine, if it makes you feel good, if it makes you escape, it's bad. It's destroying you. Okay? It's destroying you. And I'm telling you from experience. I was fucked a month ago. I was fucked 11 months ago. Like 11 months ago, bro. I've mentioned a few times in my videos about me hitting rock bottom. It was January 17th. I'll never forget the day. I'll never forget the day. I was in my dorm room. And the girl I was addicted to, Jessica, yeah, you can be addicted to women. You can be addicted to how they make you feel. I was addicted to her. She just told me there was another guy. Now, we weren't messing with each other at this point. But like I said, I was addicted to her. I wanted her more than anything. I literally wanted her more than my will to live almost. I wanted her more than I wanted to get after any goals of mine. Legit. And so when she said that to me, anything that I wanted, anything that I was trying to push for myself, all that shit went out the fucking window. I wanted to start this year by quitting weed. I did. I really wanted to. But on January 17th, I said, fuck that shit. I'm going to cope. I didn't know how to cope healthily. So I chose the only way I knew how. Video games, porn, drugs, overeating. Occasionally alcohol. Now, I've never had a problem with alcohol. But I've drinking because I just didn't want to be sober. And that's not good. That's bad. That's horrible. It's all about your dopamine baseline. Thing is, we have this base, this certain level that we should normally be at. But your dopamine baseline gets fucked when you consistently shoot yourself with this bad dopamine, when you're consistently getting high all the time, when you're starting your day by getting high and then fapping like I was literally doing that. I would wake up, I'd get high, I'd jerk off. Before I was an hour, 2 hours into my day, I killed all my desire to do anything. I didn't want to do shit. Why would I? I just killed all my motivation. I just used all my motivation on getting high and busting a nut. So I felt all right. Hey, man, I could chill. I didn't want to get after it. I didn't want to do shit except keep coping. The only way to fix your dopamine baseline, the only way to get back to where you should be versus where you're at right now, is to cut that shit out, bro. It's to cut out all the bad habits for at least 30 days. You got to do a detox. You got to sober up for at least 30 days. Here's what's really gonna make this click. Pain and pleasure are measured in the same part of the brain. Let's think of it like a seesaw. One side there's pain, one side there's pleasure. When you get pleasure, goes up, but what happens? It's got to level out, right? So the pain has to come so it can rebalance. This is what you're doing with cheap dopamine, with cheap pleasure. Pleasure, 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 pain, 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 pain. As cheap as the pleasure was, as unearned as it was, as fast as you got it, just as fast as it's going to go away. Just as fast as that pain is going to come back, hit you in the ass. Every single time I got high and I jerked off after, within 5-10 seconds of busting that nut, I felt like complete shit. Complete trash. Why am I doing this to myself? I'm killing myself. I would literally get headaches, bro. My body was telling me, fucking stop. You're killing yourself. My body was telling that to me, and I was ignoring it. I didn't want to stop. I wanted to keep coping. Thing is, it works just the other way too. When the pain comes, when the suffering comes, when the hard things come, it's got to balance out. The pleasure's got to come. Earn your dopamine. Don't get that cheap bullshit. Work out. Do a hard workout. Go on a run. Challenge yourself with working on your craft, working on your business, improving your skills, your art. Take cold showers. Cold exposure, ice baths. This is the freest way to get some earned dopamine. It's the freest way. I promise you, cold showers have changed my life. I take a cold shower almost every morning. I'm not like trying to say like I'm a dirty person. I shower later if I don't take a cold shower in the morning. Like I haven't showered yet, so I'm gonna take my shower later. If you earn it, if you stick through these hard things that suck, if you push through this hard work, if you put in time to your craft that isn't easy, but it's gonna build you up, it's gonna develop you, you're gonna earn that dopamine. You're gonna feel amazing afterwards. And you know what? That's only gonna build up. It's only gonna keep building. You're only gonna get more will, more desire, more passion to get after these hard things. Why do you think people become addicted with the gym? Like people literally are like addicted to like working out. It's the dopamine. It's because they feel so fucking amazing getting that pumping. And afterwards, they just feel fucking awesome. Bro, hard workouts suck. Those shits are hard. Like doing the actual workout, going on the actual run, putting the work in, like that shit isn't always fun, bro. You think taking a cold shower is fun? That shit sucks. That shit sucks every time. It doesn't get better. You get stronger. You get more used to it. You get harder. The harder you get, the easier it is for earned dopamine. The harder you get, the easier it is for you to be like, all right, I'm going to put in this work and I'm going to earn my pleasure today. I'm not going to go try to get it from some bullshit. I'm not going to wake up and immediately start playing video games. Immediately start scrolling on Instagram, on TikTok. Immediately start watching mindless YouTube content. Nah, bro. Get up and get in that cold shower. Earn that fucking dopamine. Get up and start working on your craft. Start making YouTube videos. Start putting in time for your business. Start making music. Get up and earn that shit. Because when the hard shit comes, when the pain comes, when the bad times come, they can't last. And when they stop lasting, you're going to feel fucking amazing. If you've been struggling with dopamine, if you've been struggling with addiction, I get it, bro. It's fucking hard out here, bro. Our parents didn't teach us how to cope. They probably didn't know themselves. How could they teach us if they don't know? The school systems failed us. All this shit has taught us is be mindless, slave for the corporate man. Sell your soul for 40 years. Waste your time at college. No one's taught us about these things, bro. I get it. This shit is hard out here. You gotta find that shit for yourself. I'm gonna be real. I didn't really learn about this stuff until like 6 weeks ago from Hamza. Dude, Hamza has changed my fucking life, bro. He's changed my fucking life. I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm probably never gonna leave Adonis school. I just want to keep supporting Hamza till the day I die. Because this dude has literally earned my loyalty because he's gotten me from addict, feeling like shit, being depressed all the time, to more productive than I've ever been in getting the fuck after my goals. That's what Hamza's brought me. And that's what I want to bring to people with my content, with my high productivity coaching. First link in the description. With my free mental health calls that I'm offering. Also link in the description. Bro, I want to put people on game. I want to teach us this shit. Well, I already know. I want to teach you this shit. I want to help young men and anyone else, bro. Because we need to know this stuff. And we just don't. If you want to listen to where I got most of this information from, there's an amazing podcast on addiction and dopamine from the Huberman Lab with an amazing scientist. Her name's Anna Lemke. She's awesome. That video, listening to that shit changed my life. Literally. It truly made me understand how I was destroying myself. How I was holding myself back. How I was allowing my bad habits to keep me complacent. If you don't want to allow your bad habits to keep you complacent anymore, if you're tired of feeling stuck, book a coaching sales call with me. I'll help you out. Let's go get the fuck after our dreams. Big YDC.